Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The matches have already started. All right, I've got all the scores lined up on here now. We're going to be looking at them all at the same time. The video's titled Netherlands versus Norway. This is true, but all of the final matchups are happening today. Lots of big ones. And as you can see, Montenegro have already scored against Turkey, which is huge for this match as well. Because if Turkey lose that match, Norway could have some gateway to getting that second place spot. Let me know your guys' thoughts, predictions right now in the chat. Turkey will top the group. Well, it's not looking likely right now. Can they make a comeback against Montenegro? I don't know. I have Netherlands versus Norway open. I was going to stream Bosnia versus Ukraine, obviously, but Bosnia have failed to beat Finland on match day 9. Yes. That match with Finland was tragic, and Irfoslavia was just with me, just left for work, and he was telling me about how Miralem Pjanic has been dropped from the national team. Yes, he was partying apparently before the Finland match, and he played horribly there. And he didn't even learn his lesson. He decided to party again last night before the Ukraine match. I mean, if this is true, fully deserved. He's one of their best players. You got to count on this guy, and he's clearly not taking the national team seriously anymore. I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised his career is somewhat falling off a bit. I hate to see it. He was one of the most talented midfielders at one point, and things are not looking good for him now. Yes, PLK Artofel. Yes, there's a million possible outcomes on how it could happen. Like, it's just too hard to explain for this video, but yeah, this is going to be a good, I'm hoping for something good regardless. I mean, whew. Yes, there's been a lot of upsets so far, Usama Wahid. A lot of upsets. And there could potentially be another one today. Imagine Italia, Portugal, and now maybe even Netherlands in the playoffs. Netherlands could also potentially not even be in the playoffs. They could just get third, depending on how Turkey and Norway do today. But right now, Netherlands are looking a little bit more dominant against Norway. So anything is possible. Gibraltar scored against Latvia. That's surprising. Bravo to Gibraltar. But can they get their first win? They have 9 losses right now. Not looking good for them. Turkey is losing 1-0 because of Yilmaz. I kind of want to put that match on as well, to be honest, but I don't have enough screens. Bravo to Gibraltar, for real. But yeah, I'm curious to see if Bosnia are going to help out Finland here after Finland destroyed them at home. At the same time, though, I'm starting to be doubtful after what I just talked about with Miralem Pjanic. You know, looks like the spirit on the national team is kind of at a low point right now. After they drew with Ukraine last time around, I was expecting more from these guys. And now they are one of the few ex-Yugo teams to disappoint for the World Cup qualifiers. Obviously, Slovenia didn't do very well either, getting 4th. But, yeah. Ay. Yeah, Holland vibe. It would be weird to see. That's one of the reasons why I want Norway to do well, actually. I want to see Holland in the World Cup. That would be pretty epic. I mean, upcoming talent. Obviously, he's not able to join them right now in the qualifiers. But I would love to see him potentially play in Qatar next year. Yeah, I know Holland's injured. It's unfortunate. But I doubt he will be next year. At least I'm hoping he isn't. That would absolutely suck if he is. Yes. Bravo, Crna. Winning 1-0. Very happy for them. Maybe I should have made that match the title of the video, but at the same time, these two teams, I mean, what would happen if Netherlands somehow lose that first place spot and potentially get to third? That would be mad. Yes, I know Bosnia, Ukraine is very important as well for Ukraine, because if Ukraine win that match, things could go their way and make it to the playoffs. But for Bosnia, it's over for them, unfortunately. And like I said, their national team is, in a weird situation right now, which is making me doubtful on how they could be doing later on. Really curious to see how their future is. Netherlands, Norway in the World Cup. To be honest, I would be happy with any of these teams qualifying. I respect for Netherlands, Norway, and Turkey. All great sides. Wouldn't complain to see any of them in the World Cup. All of them missed the last one. So, obviously Netherlands looking like the favorites, but I wouldn't mind seeing them in it again. Obviously, Norway and Turkey are more of the underdogs here. Potentially, Norway right now has the least favorable outcome for them because a lot of people aren't banking on them to beat Netherlands today. But it all could happen. We've seen too many upsets recently happen. I mean, nobody wants to be in the playoffs now. Nobody. Because Italy and Portugal, they're obviously not guaranteed a spot, but they look like ultimate favorites there. And out of all of the teams that are in the playoffs, I believe it's 12, only 3 of them are going to make it to the World Cup. If Portugal play against North Macedonia in March, will you come watch the game in North Macedonia? I would love to. I would absolutely love to. But I can't promise that, I'm afraid. We'll see. I'd rather get tickets for the World Cup, but that would be epic. That would be an epic vlog. Imagine if Macedonia pull an upset like that. First Serbia, and then Macedonia. Woo! That would be epic. Portugal is downgrading from Euro. They played with Ireland 0-0, but Ireland was better, and they lose to us because we were better. Yeah, Portugal had a horrible, horrible international break. I mean, this was some of the worst we've seen, and, they're supposed to be looking better on paper. Previous Euro winners, well, not previous, from 2 Euros ago, they won the Euros with the weaker squad. Now they're looking stronger, and they're not improving. Making it to the playoffs, again, in a group that they are supposed to easily get that first place spot. I know almost everyone was banking on that. Bravo to Serbia once again. Can't say bravo enough. Very happy for Serbia. Oh, Belgium have scored against Wales. I missed that. Belgium lead 1-0. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe, so Wales and Czech Republic both are battling for second and third. However, I did read somewhere that they automatically got the playoff spot. So at the same time, it doesn't really matter for either of them. None of that group really matters, from my knowledge. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I read that somewhere, but yeah, the Nations League rules and stuff is throwing me off. Ooh, Depay almost scores. Damn. Will Depay add to his top goal scorer record today? Thank you, Irfoslavia, for continuing to monitor the chat even though he's at work. Really appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I would actually be stunned if Italia cannot qualify for the World Cup. It would be quite the tragedy. After missing the last one and just winning the Euros. And they have a brilliant squad as well. And to be fair, they didn't even have a bad run in the World Cup qualifiers. They didn't lose a single game. They just drew too many times. They drew on the last match day against Northern Ireland. Huge upset, but bravo to Northern Ireland for playing an upset. And I know some of the England fans will be happy about that one. Czech Republic is not going to be in the playoffs. Okay. I don't even know what's good with that, honestly, but yeah. Wow. Imagine if Gibraltar get their first win today, though. That would be mad shocking. Yes, Czech Republic's already in the playoffs. That's what I thought. It's a confusing rule with the Nations League. I mean, it's crazy how Austria have finished fourth in these qualifiers and they make it to the playoffs automatically. They were really bad there. Really, really disappointing. Should have gone second or third, I think. But bravo to Israel for pulling some interesting results. And also, bravo to Scotland for making it to the playoffs. Great stuff from them recently. Oi, Dubai almost again, I think. Oi. Hello, Sanelovic. What's up, brother? It's kind of annoying, honestly, that Czech Republic and Wales are already in the playoffs. I mean, great for them, but now this World Cup qualifier final match day for that group doesn't really mean much. If all those teams already qualified for the playoffs, like that Wales-Belgium game isn't going to mean much. I'm not going to lie, I didn't really learn that till recently. I only knew about Austria. Ay. Yes, I have to represent Norway. This kit is too beautiful. It's one of my favorite international kits, I'll be honest. If they qualify for the World Cup, I hope they have another unique design for their away kit. This one's too clean. Netherlands' home kit is beautiful as well. I want to get my hands on that eventually at some point, but they'll also probably be changing it. Yeah, both of these kits right now in this Netherlands-Norway match are some of my favorites. Obviously, apart from Croatia's, but that's just a classic for me. Damn, an Argentinian rooting for Netherlands. That is a bit surprising, considering they had to battle each other in the World Cup. Well, I guess Argentina did win that match in 2014. Yeah, that actually would be a really cool replay of a match if it happened again next year. Do I think Macedonia will qualify for the World Cup? To be true with you, I'm very happy that they made it to the playoffs. But these playoffs are looking dangerous already, and it's not even verified which of the teams, or which all of the teams that are in it. But we already know that Italy and Portugal are in it. If Macedonia have to play one of them, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. I want to see them pull the upset, but I just don't. Wow, Netherlands looking a lot more dominant this match. Norway defending with their lives. I hope Macedonia do qualify for the World Cup. Most of the teams in the playoffs are amazing. I feel like we can qualify by playing against Italy and Austria because both teams seem out of form. That's a confident belief, and I'm happy you have it. Austria, I could see Macedonia getting that comeback after they had to face each other in the Euros. But Italia, yes, they're out of form. And Macedonia could make it scary for them. Don't get me wrong. But are we really going to put money on Macedonia winning that game? Oof. I don't know. But yeah, Austria would be a decent opponent for Macedonia and a great test to see if they can handle the World Cup, honestly. With Austria's form right now, I don't know if their motivation's lacking since they already qualified for the playoffs, but yeah, Macedonia should be able to beat them if they want to qualify. Like, that's a really good test run for them. Who will I root for when Macedonia will play? Obviously, Macedonia. Obviously. Always the ex-Yugo teams first for me. I just don't have the highest beliefs for them just because of how hard the playoffs already have become. With, you know, I can't see Ronaldo or the Azzurri not being in the World Cup. It's just too weird of an image. Well, I mean, we've already seen Italia not being it, but they're looking a lot better than they were then. More organized, just a bit unlucky at times, and lacking the finishing on that final match day. And yeah, I already gave Jorginho a lot of crap, but Jesus, was he dumb for missing that penalty. I mean, I don't understand why. I know the pressure gets to you sometimes, I know. But why was everyone saying this guy deserved the Ballon d'Or? I know he won the Champions League and Europa League, but, or not Europa League, I'm sorry. The Euros, wow. But he was not the best player for either Chelsea or Italia. Just happened to be on the squad. And he did well. He did his job. But he wasn't the standout player for me. Yes, listen to Yugoslavia. Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Would mean a lot. The last stream, Portugal versus Serbia, you guys showed a lot of love. And that was one of my favorite streams ever. That was just too exciting. I mean, obviously, I was really hyped that Croatia qualified, but Portugal failing to do it in Lisbon was just something else. It really was. What's my prediction on Netherlands, Norway? Oh, good question. Good question. Well, originally in my Matchday 10 prediction video, I said 1-1. But I have changed it to 2-0. 2-0 for Netherlands. Like I said, too weird for me to see Netherlands not make it out of this group. With Memphis Depay being the top goal scorer of the entire World Cup qualifiers, I can't see it. When it was Croatia versus France, they brought a giant TV, like a cinema TV in the middle of the city, and I was a single person rooting for France. Great to hear, but which city was that? Dutch Vanderlinde. What do I think of the Polish team? I know you love Poland, bro. I see your comments. I see your comments. They are a respectful team. Like, they have a lot of potential. They just sometimes don't deliver. They just lost to Hungary 2-1. You know, people always say I'm hating on Poland, but I predicted 1-1 for that, and Poland ended up losing. I do want to see more from Poland. I mean, also would be weird to see a legend like Lewandowski not participate in this big tournament. Best striker in the world for sure, as of now. But yeah, it's awesome that they just signed, I believe it was Matty Cash. Yeah, they improved their squad a bit. But we got to see more from them. I mean, they did qualify for the playoffs. Brilliant from them. I guess the motivation wasn't so high against Hungary since, you know, even though the point gap was narrow, they still did the job to get second place. There was no way they were going to get first over England. Good stuff from them. We'll see how they do in the playoffs. If they get Portugal or Italy, wow. Big test for the Polish national team there. I don't know if it would be possible, but I'd love to see an upset there. Oh, Poland didn't have Lewandowski. I honestly didn't know that. I didn't look at the lineups for that game. What do I think is the most underrated national team? If you're asking me this at this very moment, and this opinion is subject to change, I'm going with Switzerland. I said Sweden a lot, but now their form has dipped. They could have qualified if they didn't slip on this final international break. Switzerland doing it against Italy, holding off for a draw against Italia. Yes, Jorginho missed that penalty, but still brilliant stuff from them. Haven't lost a single match, doing more on the final match day against Bulgaria versus Italy versus Northern Ireland. I mean, and then Switzerland obviously pulled wonders in the Euros, beating France and almost beating Spain. This side means business. You know, when the round of 16s were created or drawn in the Euros, when I saw that France versus Switzerland match, to be honest, I was like, this is the easiest match to predict. Easiest one by far, like France. They got lucky on this fixture, but boy, was I wrong. And honestly, I'm glad to see them pulling through like this. Great side. And yeah, for me, they're one of the most underrated teams right now. Subject to change, like I said, but this year they've been doing wonders. Absolute wonders. Oh, wait. Turkey scored. I'm sorry. I missed that. Turkey have scored. Latvia have scored as well. Turkey making a 1-1. Yeah. Comeback could be on for Turkey. I think I said 2-1 for that match. I forgot, honestly. I think I said 2-1, but I'm going to keep it at that. 2-1 for Turkey. But Montenegro, Crna Gora, prove him wrong. Prove me wrong. Massive underdog here. They did it against Netherlands. Well, they drew against Netherlands. Can they upset another team that has a chance to qualify for the World Cup? I don't know how Switzerland is playing so well. They don't even use world-class players. That's insane. Yeah. I mean, still, though, their players don't get enough credit. Like, all their players play for clubs that, like, we all know, but not, like, the massive, massive teams. Like, Shaqiri on Lyon, Sommer on Borussia Mönchengladbach. Their defenders, both from the Bundesliga, Dortmund and Borussia Mönchengladbach, plus more. Wolfsburg, like all these, a lot of underrated Bundesliga clubs there. But yeah, they all play for underrated sides that pull through many times. So yeah, I can't say I'm necessarily surprised, but I'm happy for them for sure. Oh my gosh, Depay's all over the place. He just had a horrible miss. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't Depay. My bad. I don't even know who that was, to be honest. Oh, I know. The winger, blanking on his name. The one from Bournemouth, I think, yeah. Horrible miss. Jeez. Norway defender distracted him, though. What do I think is the most overrated team? Yo, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Shoot, I don't know. But you know what? If Netherlands fail to do it today, I'm going to give them that spot. Because they were pretty disappointing in the Euros. Losing in the round of 16s, obviously Czech Republic, another underrated side, beating them. But still, they were expected to win that. They were decent in the group stages. They have one of the best defenders in the world. Memphis Depay, who's been in form, and now they're still struggling to potentially qualify today. So if Netherlands can't do it today, I think they might have to be the most overrated team in Europe. Oh my gosh, Depay almost scored again. Woo! Are there any Swiss players in the Swiss national team? There are. Yeah, that is a funny question, though, as a lot of them are Balkan originally, and yeah, it's I think Sommer is originally from Switzerland. I can't tell you who else. I mean, I know Shaqiri is from I think Kosovo or Albania, one of the two. Don't want to trigger anyone and get that wrong. And yeah. You know, funny enough, one player that could have played for Switzerland, actually grew up there, I believe, was Ivan Rakitic. He decided to play for Croatia instead, due to his roots. Respect! As most of the Balkans are going to Switzerland. He chose his Balkan team instead. Austria also, yeah, they do have some players that are from other countries or could play for other countries. And also France. France has a decent amount too that could play for lots of others, but hey, if they're eligible, they're eligible. Don't know how it worked for some of them though. Yes, Grand Xhaka, another one. Yes. Yes, I'll never forget how crazy Xhaka and Shaqiri were in the World Cup when they played Serbia. throwing the Albanian sign when they scored, even though they were representing Switzerland. Do I think Malta will ever qualify for the World Cup? I'm not even going to answer your second question because, to be honest, no. I'm sorry. They were tragic, though, and, you know, they're going to keep being the underdog in these massive groups. So it's going to be a tricky one for them, for sure. Balkan and Qatar. Bosnia, we will miss you. We will miss Bosnia. I am sad that they didn't qualify. You know, and like I was talking about earlier with Pjanic, disappointing really how they're falling apart like that. Really disappointing. I mean, how is Pjanic's, I know it's a lifestyle, you know, but how is one of their best players, with Dzeko also injured as well, they're depending on this guy. He played like trash against Finland. Yikes. Barty is on fire. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. My God, what a... He scored, I believe, a hat-trick against Armenia, right? 2 goals are a hat-trick. I'm blanking out. But 5-0. Macedonia... I was riding the Macedonia hype train during the Euros. I thought they'd be one of the underdogs of the tournament. Maybe it was a bit too early to do that. Can they be the underdog of the World Cup? Well, they got to qualify first. Like I said, hopefully they have an easy run in the playoffs. No Italia or Portugal. Imagine, though. Italia, Portugal, and then Macedonia. Well, that would be epic. If Malta was in a group with San Marino, Liechtenstein, Faroe Islands, Cyprus, and Slovakia, they might finish second. Slovakia out of all teams. You're doing them dirty like that. I mean, Slovakia did potentially get upset many times against these small teams. I think they drew to Malta at one point. No, they didn't. They beat them, but it was close. Maybe. You could be right. Maybe. But that group will never happen because these teams are seeded. So San Marino, Liechtenstein, Malta, they're all like considered the same level. So there's no way they'll ever be in the same group. Well, maybe 2 of them would, but you get what I'm saying. It can't all be there. I will give you this, though. Malta is better than San Marino. I think that's a fair statement, right? You got to take something out of that. A bit early, but who do you think will be in the finals of the World Cup, and who do you think will win? This is a very early question, so don't hold me accountable for my answer on this, because this is 100% subject to change. 100%. I don't mean to sound like an Englishman here, but I actually think England have a good chance of making it to the final, because they did it in the Euros. They got cut short. They didn't even play badly in the final. They had to go to penalties. So, obviously, a lot of the other countries were hoping they would lose because, you know, people are getting tired of the it's coming home chance. But, like, you know, fair play. The fans were excited. I think that they could potentially be a finalist. Maybe even win the whole thing. You know, a team like Italy not being able to qualify, I'm sure they're happy about that if it ends up being true for the playoffs. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, camera's off. Fixing it. Let's see. Scores have stayed the same, looks like. Wow. Can Ukraine. I'm curious about Ukraine, how they're going to be able to do against Bosnia. And can they top Finland in the group? Will Bosnia just give it to Ukraine? You know, Ukraine just got tired too easily, and they had some problems in their national team roster themselves. So, you know, anything's up for grabs there. It really is. Spain, not so good. Spain are going through a transition phase. I wouldn't say they aren't good. They actually are a really good side. I mean, making it to the semifinals in the Euros, not many people predicted that after looking at their squad, bringing in a lot of youngsters. I wouldn't say Spain is not so good. You know, they're just going through that transition phase. No more Sergio Ramos. A lot of more young players, but they're doing well for themselves. And I think it'll just take time. One thing they do need, and I say this as he already scored on the final match day against Sweden, but they might need a more reliable striker than Morata. Maybe he could prove me wrong, and he has sometimes. He did bounce back in the Euros, but sometimes he is unreliable. Very inconsistent. Sometimes he's looking great. Sometimes he's looking terrible. So it all depends on that, I think. But they are locking a lot of positions down. Transition phase going well. Dani Olmo, a beast. Pedri, a beast. Lots of good players there. How do I feel about Germany? You feel like most of them aren't in their prime. Yeah, I agree. Germany squad looking very different. Also going through a bit of a transition phase, but they do have a lot of talent there. I think they aren't looking as much of a complete unit as they once were, like in the 2014 World Cup. But they still have a stacked squad. It's just not as reliable on every single position, like a guaranteed 10 out of 10 performance from all these players. You know what I mean? But still, they have brilliant players. Kimmich, I think he has been a great switch up for Bayern Munich once Philipp Lahm retired. And for the national team, obviously, as well. Havertz, Goretzka, like all these are really sick players. So, yeah, I think the striker, Timo Werner, obviously had a lot of hype, and then it's died down a bit after his season at Chelsea last year. He is making improvements, though. He's still a solid player. Just need to find his confidence again up front. You know, it's things like that I'm talking about where, like, they can't 100% rely on that guy instead of, like, Miroslav Klose, for example. Like, that is a different type of situation. But I think they still have potential to do well in tournaments. I don't know about winning the whole thing, but they have the potential. Serbia's commentator finally showed emotion by screaming after the second goal with Portugal. I don't blame him. Who would it? Like, at that point, commentator's got to be biased if he's repping one country. Morata and Werner on the same team will destroy all teams. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. Maybe. The downfall of Spain is on the way. It's too early to call. It's too early to call. They're in their transition phase, like I said. So that's not really a 100% guarantee. Yes, I don't see them winning every single tournament like they were in that period of time, 2008, 2010, 2012. They won everything there. World Cup, back-to-back Euros. But now, they got some new players they got to work with. They made it to the semifinals in the Euros after many people doubted them from their just shaky group stage performance. They got work to do, but it can come eventually. Lots of teams are going through transition phases right now. It's just kind of crazy to see, you know, like all these veterans are, God, a lot of these veterans are about to retire after the World Cup. I think this is Ronaldo's last World Cup. I mean, who knows how long he's going to play, but internationally that could be. Luka Modric, last World Cup. Probably Messi's last World Cup. If Ibrahimovic doesn't qualify with Sweden, his last World Cup has to be, I mean, I know he's been playing forever, but the time's got to come after 4 years, surely. Do I think Bulgaria will ever play in the World Cup knockout stage? I'm not going to say never, but I'm not going to say anytime soon. It'll take time for Bulgaria to get on their feet again to do something like that. They need a squad improvement for sure, but we've seen Bulgarian legends in the past. We could see some more in the future. So I wouldn't say all things are over for them. It will take time though, and not anytime soon. Zlatan will be in the 2030 World Cup. I'd love to see it. I wouldn't complain about that. If Italy and Sweden are in the same Final Four, I will cry. Sorry, buddy, but I'm sure you will. That already bringing flashbacks just thinking about that. But yeah, if Italy couldn't do it against Switzerland, you know, Italy already lost to Sweden last time in the qualifier playoffs. And, you know, Sweden, for some reason, doing well against the good teams. Doing really well against the good teams. They struggle against the worst ones for some reason. Well, no, okay, I'm sorry. Not worst, but lesser, you know? Like, they're able to beat Spain, but they can't do it in Georgia. They're able to have an incredible group stage run in the Euros and then get knocked out by Ukraine in the round of 16s. After Ukraine were looking, no offense, but kind of all over the place. Yeah. Bulgaria, Slovenia, Euro 2042 final. That's funny. I'd love to see it, eh? I'd love to see it. Balkan Cup. Balkan takeover. Italy had so many good things happen to it this year. Yes, they did. Hopefully it comes back for them. Do I think Romania and Bulgaria will ever be strong again? I have more... sorry, Bulgarians, but I have more faith in Romania. I actually, if you remember from my predictions over a year ago, which I will be reacting to, by the way. I'm going to release a reaction to my original group stage predictions tomorrow, probably. I said that Romania would finish second. And... you know, it almost happened. They just blew to Iceland. They are looking like they're getting some talent here and there. It's just not like a 100% guarantee of them continuing to improve. So, you know, I think Romania will be able to be good again. It will maybe take some time to be fully consistent, but they could qualify for some tournaments soon, potentially. Like maybe the next Euros, for example. Don't rule out Romania just yet. But Bulgaria, yes, it will take a lot of time. I'm sorry. Italy casually beating Belgium twice this year, but only drawing against Bulgaria and Northern Ireland. Yeah, what the hell, Italia? Azzurri winning the Euros. I mean, I don't know. Their form is like up and down. Even in the Euros, you know, they were on fire in the group stage, and then they were looking a tiny bit doubtful against Austria. Going to extra time with them. Thankfully winning, but losing, or not, almost losing to them. And then, yeah, like later in their matches, they had to go to penalties in the semifinals and the final. Like they won, thankfully, but yeah, it was a questionable final performance, you know. But bravo to Italia. Let's see you win some more. What happens if Netherlands loses this game? Good question. It also depends on how well Turkey do. So if Turkey beat Montenegro today and Netherlands lose to Norway, Netherlands will not even make it to the playoff, I believe. I hope I'm getting that right because all these like possible outcomes, there's too many. But yeah, if Netherlands lose and Turkey loses, GG to the Dutch. No World Cup for you. Not even playoff opportunity. If we beat Ukraine, do we go to third place or do we stay in fourth place? I don't want to answer that before double checking. Let me pull up the groups. All right, if you beat Ukraine today, you will get third place. Bosnia. You will get third place. But it ain't looking too bright. Either way, it wouldn't even really matter. Can you be the ones to help Finland or destroy them? That's just the question. Shut the hell up, Ice Dragon. Shut the hell up. you think Macedonia? Do I think if Macedonia was in its current form in the 2020 Euros, it would get to the knockout rounds? Depends on their. No, I'm sorry. No, because they didn't make it to the knockout rounds in the Euros. So why would they make it to the knockout rounds in the World Cup? And no offense to the other teams in their group, it was a tough group. Like, none of those teams are easy, but I feel like that was the one group where Macedonia could have proved themselves to make it to the knockout rounds. So they got to do better. But I think that if they do qualify for the World Cup, I do think they'll be better than they were in the Euros. I don't know what made them slip there. Like, they put off good fights, but yeah, I thought it would be their opportunity. Maybe at least get a win against a shaky Austria. But their time did not come, unfortunately. Netherlands is going to draw. Netherlands is going to draw, you think? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Who am I betting for second place, Norway or Turkey? If you saw my video I just posted yesterday, I said Turkey. I think they have a more favorable outcome for them playing Montenegro. But it's possible. It's halftime now. Halftime. What are the other scores looking like? Let's see if I miss anything. Looks like I didn't. Gibraltar and Latvia are drawn 1-1. Bosnia and Ukraine 0-0. Czech Republic, Estonia 0-0. Yep. All draws currently. Some 1-1, some 0-0s. Hopefully we get some wins today. It would be a bit disappointing to see them all finish in draws. Wouldn't complain if Montenegro pulled a win. I wouldn't complain. I'd be very happy not only for Montenegro, but it would be nice to see maybe Norway possibly getting second. We'll see, though. Again, no disrespect to Turkey. Like I said, I'd be happy with any of these teams making it through. Montenegro will beat Turkey. Yeah, are they playing well? Let me check the stats. I have Netherlands, Norway up. What are the stats? Are they playing well? I mean, they're clearly drawing, but Turkey with a lot more possession. Montenegro still have decent amount of opportunities, though. 2 shots on target, 6 in total, while Turkey have 4 shots and 4 shots on target and 9. But yeah, anything's possible. Do I think Estonia will win today? No. I'm sorry. No. Estonia sometimes have been proving me wrong, but Czech Republic, I think they should win that game. I mean, let's see. How are Czech Republic lining up right now? Ooh, interesting lineup, actually. Maybe Estonia could pull it off. Maybe it could. They are missing some of their, guaranteed starters. No Suchek. Vidra up front. Instead of, God, what's his face? I'm blanking out. Wow. I shouldn't blank out on him. He's a good player. The Czech striker. Suchek. Jesus, how did I forget that? Stupid brain fart. Yeah. Yeah, Estonia, I wouldn't say a win. Maybe a draw. I'll give you a draw maybe, but I still think Czech Republic will probably be able to do it. Dobry večer. Ukraine don't deserve to go through to the playoffs because they only have 1 win. I don't know about that statement because, they haven't lost either. They haven't lost either. The fact that they haven't lost is also pretty impressive. With France in their group, not bad, Ukraine. Not bad. Obviously not what they want. They want to be getting the wins, but, they're still solid. What teams do I think could come back debut in the 48-team World Cup? Good question, man. That's a tough one. It really depends on those playoff matches, man. It really does. Like, I'm waiting. I'm really eager to see that draw. Maybe I'll live stream that draw if you guys would like to see that. And then do a prediction right after. But I could potentially see like a team, for example, like Scotland maybe making it through. Scotland have, you know, they're doing well. They did well in their group, finishing second, obviously behind Denmark, but decent point gap between them and Israel. So, you know, they obviously didn't have an ideal Euros, but still put off good fights. Drawing with England, the Euro finalists. No ruling them off. I'm not going to predict the World Cup final right now. Too early. Too early, bro. France versus Germany, Argentina versus Portugal. Who do you think would win from both? Currently, if we're talking about currently, Jake, I'm going to say that. I'll say France for that matchup. I don't know. France also have been looking weird recently, but no, I think they got it. And Argentina versus Portugal. Given on recent form, you know, normally when you look at the squads right now, I would say Portugal are looking better on paper. Like overall. Obviously, Argentina have Messi. I'm not saying Ronaldo's better than Messi. I'm saying the rest of the squad is looking good. So I'd probably give it to Argentina this time because they're just looking in decent form right now compared to Portugal. And Portugal just lost to Serbia, so. And drew to Ireland. Portugal really crashed, man. Really crashed. I wonder if they'll be able to do in the playoffs. Who is getting further, Croatia or Serbia? I was honestly thinking about that last night. I really was. Not like who would do better between them. Just in general, how far could both of them go? And I think Serbia will actually impress this World Cup. I truly do. Like, I think they'll be able to get out of the group stages this time. They've just been looking so much better than they were in 2018. They also were going through a weird period because, I mean, a lot of their players that are known to be their best were not being their best. Matic, prime example there. Kolarov just retired. But now they're rebuilding. Dusan Vlahovic, great youngster striker. Mitrovic plays in the championship, but he's top goal scorer there, doing brilliantly. You know, showing that he doesn't even deserve to play in the championship, but he's staying loyal to Fulham. And he saved Serbia just now against Portugal. I see Serbia. I don't know if they can make it to the final or something, but I do see them pulling some upsets this World Cup, continuing what they did against Portugal. Great, great squad right now. And can't forget about their incredible midfield as well. Dusan Tadic, Milenkovic Savic. Great, great side. And I think that possibly they can make it to the round of 16s. Round of 16 or quarterfinals. I think they can get out of the group. I truly do. I don't even know who their group will be yet. And I see them possibly being able to do it. Croatia, on the other hand, I'm hoping that they could make it out of the group. I think they'll be able to do that. They'll be able to make it out of the group. But round of 16 or quarterfinal also seems like a good guess for them. Even though they made it to the final in the last World Cup. I don't know. They are looking like they're regaining their form. It's, all right, Ice Dragon, I'm sorry, bro. What are you doing, bro? You're going to timeout. But Croatia, quarterfinals looks possible. It's a really debatable question. I think they both can do somewhat the same this World Cup. Hopefully they don't come up against each other. But if they do, I'll try to attend that match. I will. Serbia impressed with the high morale during the match, even with Gudeli and Rajkovic messing up in the start, causing a 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, they really did wonders. I mean, great comeback from Serbia. That was such an early goal from Renato Sanchez. Great way to bounce back. Dusan Tadic, people arguing that his goal was just lucky. But the determination was there. Beating Portugal in Lisbon. That's not something everybody can say they did, and, you know, bravo to them. Yes, I know how I feel about Bosnia, Aiden. I know how I feel. I'm disappointed. They should be a lot better. I had belief in them for at least making it to the playoffs. Actually, I thought at least third. Third for Bosnia. I mean, they still can get third, but fourth now potentially. Come on, Bosnia. Come on. Finland, France drawing, though. Imagine if Finland pull off that upset and then Ukraine end up beating Bosnia and then Ukraine just not even able to go into the playoffs because of that. Finland doing wonders. I doubted Finland. I truly did. I need to start believing in them more. I do. Hey, my first ever donation. Unknown Cheese. Appreciate you, bro. Really appreciate you. Thank you for the $2. Let's talk about the USA, though. The USA, solid. Very solid. I mean, they were looking doubtful at first, not qualifying for the last World Cup, but now, major improvements. Their new crop of talent is actually doing wonders. Pulisic being their best player on the team, from an injury, coming off as a sub, scoring against Mexico. You know, Mexico have one job. I feel like they have just one job, and that is just to be better than the USA in soccer. Sorry, I'm saying soccer now because I'm talking about the U.S. Football. But Mexico have been failing to beat them lately. The U.S. dominating them. Wow. Bravo to the USA. I think they'll be able to qualify for this World Cup. And potentially, when it's played in the USA, not in Qatar, in the next World Cup, when it's played in USA, Canada, and Mexico, I think USA can be one of the underdog teams there. Their squad will improve a lot by then, I think. A lot of their players are really young right now. Christian Pulisic, Western McKennie, Gio Reyna. The squad's solid. And I think it's just going to go up from here. And the hype, I live in the USA, so I see the hype building up in general. You know, football wasn't that big here back in the day. And now it's definitely increased. A lot of interest. Maybe we're learning how to actually manage having, like, you know, crop of youngsters. I feel like that was our biggest problem, was we don't know how to handle, like, the youth programs and all that. A lot of the best players from the U.S. just go straight to Germany. But, yeah, bravo to the USA. Let's see some more from them. I mean, they dominate in, like, every other sport. So, you know, it's nice that in football it's, like, the one sport that they don't necessarily shine compared to the other teams in. But maybe that day will come. We'll see. Yes. More young players to step up. They could come, though. They could come. And, yeah, some of the players are a bit inconsistent. I'm talking about Sargent, for example. Not necessarily the most reliable striker recently. Had more potential in him, but still, lots of players to look forward to. Western McKennie being, like, one of the few players from Juventus, like, that's actually pulling through. And he pulled through against Mexico the other day. So bravo, bravo. USA will come fourth in their group, says Joe. Hey, Joe, Relax, man. I think the USA can get some draws and wins to maybe getting third or second. We'll see. It depends on their group. It really does. I think, well, that's actually a big test for them. If they can make it to the round of 16s in Qatar, I think that's an accomplishment for them. Like, just getting out of the group is already like a statement saying, hey, we'll be back when we're playing on our home, at our home for the next World Cup. I think that's a good statement from them. They'll be able to excel from there. How do I think Denmark will do in the World Cup? Because they are dangerous. Yes. Or they look dangerous. Yes, they look absolutely dangerous. And honestly, I'd be afraid for any team that has to play them. I truly would. You know, they were looking shaky in the Euro group stages, but, you know, that Christian Eriksen accident, you know, that definitely affected their performance against Finland. Like, the psychology of the players, it wasn't there to properly deliver. I don't blame them at all for that. And then, obviously, Belgium being a proper favorite, you know, they beat them there. Well, then they did it against Russia in style and then made it to the semifinals. The dark horse of Euro 2020, and I think they could potentially be the dark horse of Qatar. I mean, in the World Cup 2018, they nearly beat Croatia in the round of 16s. Imagine. Like, Croatia has such this amazing record right now for making it to the final. Lots of people talking about them. That could have been Denmark. That really could have been Denmark. Denmark obviously played England in Euro 2020, and they lost there, but it was a close game. Maybe they could have beaten them in the semifinals in the World Cup. Who knows? But I would be worried about Denmark for any team. I think they should be worried about as much as a team like Germany at this point. I truly do. What a side. Montenegro, save the Norwegians. But Norway, save yourselves as well. Get a win. Get a win. Why not? Do I think Canada will qualify? Great question, actually. I think their belief is high right now. They possibly could. I would have more confidence in USA, though, to be honest. All right, bye, Jake. I'm saying... I know Bosnia have a friendly against the USA coming up soon. And obviously it's a friendly, so who knows how the starting lineups will look. There's also Dzeko injury. I don't know when he'll return. And Pjanic not on the national team anymore. Ay, ay. But I think USA might have a better squad than Bosnia right now. Like, I don't like saying that. I really don't. But in terms of the team belief, the team passion, you know, the U.S. is looking like a more dangerous team than Bosnia right now. Bosnia, prove that statement wrong. Get back to your winning ways. Why? I really thought you might be able to qualify for this World Cup. GG, though. I would love to see Australia reach the round of 16 again. Me too. Me too. I love Australia. Oh, camera off. Australia, beautiful country. I would want nothing but the best for them. Unless they play a fellow Balkan. Who do I think will win if Italy and Portugal play each other in the playoffs? Brilliant question. Brilliant, brilliant question. That's a really tough one. As Italy, you know, actually looking a little bit better defensively. Like, as a unit, obviously Portugal have really informed defenders at given times, like Joao Cancelo, Ruben Dias from Manchester City. Brilliant defenders there. But as a solid unit, Italia look more trusted in the defense. But with Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo on a good day, you don't want to fight that guy. I don't see him like being terrific against Italia though, for some reason. I mean, as of now, I'm going to give that one to Italy. Ronaldo, no World Cup. Will that be the truth? We'll see. We will see, Drugovi. Can I make some more Premier League content? Honestly, I've tried to sometimes, but, you know, doesn't seem to reach out that much. But I will make a few more efforts here and there. I will, because, I mean, what am I going to do during no international breaks? We're going to have the playoff draw, obviously, soon, but no international breaks until late March for these playoffs. So, yeah, I have to. I have to start doing more club content. I was here last time when Serbia played against Portugal and Serbia won. Yes, what an incredible moment. What an incredible moment. Bravo to Serbia. Quarterfinals in the World Cup. That would be terrific for you guys. I think that could happen. Hopefully more, but let's see it, Serbia. I also hope that Croatia can win the World Cup. But if Croatia can't do it, Serbia, you gotta do it for them. Thank you, Curl Bati for life. Thank you. Appreciate you. When will I do the guess the flag again? Yo, those are funny videos. Those were funny videos. I gotta find some more true Americans to do those with. I just moved to Florida, so you know, we'll see. Maybe if I find some more of those kind of people that, you know, don't know anything, that would be a funny video for. Maybe we'll do it. Can an African team surprise? Hey, that's a good question. That's a great question. I feel like don't talk about the African teams enough. It could potentially happen. Although Mohamed Salah's been in terrific form, I don't see a side like Egypt being the one to do that if they qualify. Egypt, just as a unit, aren't looking terrific. They rely on Salah too much. I honestly don't see them going out of the group stages. They could prove me wrong, but yeah. Who else? Maybe Nigeria. Morocco would be an interesting one. They actually had decent moments in the last World Cup. Morocco could be a surprising team. What are the scores? Am I missing something? No, it's all the same. I saw Let's Go Bosnia, so I thought they scored for a sec. If Bosnia beat Ukraine, you think they can go for Euro 2024? Do you, though? The thing about Bosnia is they're now missing Dzeko injured and getting old, so we're going to see him disappear soon. Pjanic already left the national team for his uncontrollable partying. So, and his form's declined like crazy. So, do they have that young crop of talent that could improve the squad in the future? I think they're going through a massive transition phase right now as they have two very solid players that are now getting old / not as motivated, Pjanic. But, yeah. Am I American or not? I was born in the United States, but my family is from Croatia. ex-Yugoslavia in particular. They moved here during the war, and I was born here. That is my answer. I got to answer that every time. Why do I speak English and not Croatian? Because I have an international audience. You know, obviously, I cater a lot to the Balkans, but I looked at my charts. There's people watching me from all over the world, so English is a more universal language. I don't think these people from certain countries know Croatian. And also, to be brutally honest, my Croatian isn't 100% perfect. I make a lot of grammatical mistakes. I could be a lot better, to be honest. So being on camera, speaking Croatian I don't have confidence for that, truthfully. Still draws all around. Still draws all around. If Cape Verde somehow upsets Nigeria today, then they would go to the next round and send Nigeria, which would be cool to see a new team, but a shame for Nigeria. Yeah, it would be cool to see a new team, but I gotta say, I'd rather see Nigeria in it. Really exciting side. I've got a good friend from Nigeria, so you know. I'd rather see Nigeria pull through, even though it'd be interesting to see a side like Cape Verde in the World Cup. Nigeria for me. Can I speak any other language? Just English and Serbo-Croatian, but yeah, nothing else. I know the tiniest bit of Spanish, and that's it. But I only took a few years of that in school, and I already forgot so much. You were born in Germany, but your parents are Croatian, so you speak both languages. Are you still living in Germany now? I still need to visit Germany one day. Do I think Croatia will be the same like in the World Cup 2018? I'd like to hope so, obviously. But truthfully, I don't want to be that confident. Or I can't be that confident. Definitely missing some key players. Mario Mandzukic, Ivan Rakitic. Can we get a goalkeeper performance like Subasic, who saved us so many times in penalties? I don't know. Subasic is slept on, though. I mean, he didn't do well against France. He really didn't, but I couldn't even be mad at him for it from how many times he saved us throughout the World Cup qualifier run. Like, there was no getting upset with that guy. He was too terrific. So even though he botched in the final, I'm happy with his contributions, and he will be missed for the national team. Latvia scored? True. Latvia have scored. Gibraltar no longer with the upset, potentially. Gibraltar will go 10 losses in this World Cup qualifiers. My God. Yes, Football Edits. Thank you for following me on Twitter. I only have 16 followers. Not many people are following me on Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. I just made one. Please. I'm trying to get there. I've never used Twitter in my life, really. I sometimes checked it when I was younger, but I'm trying to get on it. So I feel like I post on the community tab a bit too much. Twitter is a more safe space to just spam my thoughts. Yeah, Latvia is, even though they're obviously not qualifying, great run they had. Put great fights up against everyone. That's why I was surprised Gibraltar scored against them, because Gibraltar really down in the dumps. Latvia drawing with Norway, which really now is affecting Norway currently. Wait a second. Imagine, though. If Norway beat Latvia and Netherlands drew to Montenegro, that would be a huge advantage for Norway. Like, they both really messed up there for not capitalizing on getting a win. Should have been both their days. So, yeah, the fact that they're both shaky in match day 9 will be interesting to see who tops this one. It really will be. Yeah, San Marino, worst team in the World Cup qualifiers. 100%. Sorry. I wanted them to get their first win this qualifier run. I really did. And they couldn't do it. San Marino. Come on, San Marino. Czech Republic scored. And Ukraine scored. Ukraine scored as well. Yo, massive. Czech Republic, not as massive because they already got a playoff spot. Ukraine have now scored. So if, let's see, how many points does Finland have? I forgot. Sorry, I'm doing a quick check here. Google's still not loading properly. This site's faster than Google. Wow, if Finland actually hold off with this draw against France, then they might take Ukraine's spot. Because they'd share the same amount of points and possibly have more of a goal differential. We'll see. We will see. That's going to be interesting. Don't be sorry, Peter. Turkey scored. Turkey have scored. Oh, man. Montenegro, make the comeback. I'm Montenegro. But, yeah, bravo to Turkey. Maybe they will clinch that second place. Now, imagine Turkey hold this result currently, and then Norway get the win against Netherlands. What? How epic would that be? That would be nuts. Absolutely nuts. Come on, Norway. I'm trying to refresh this freaking table. Still says 0-0. Was the goal disallowed or something? Google's just trash, maybe. What do I think about Serbia's performance? Brate moj. Serbia's performance was brilliant. I can't stress it enough. What a great side. Like, I think they will do way better than in 2018. They were not very brilliant in 2018 in the World Cup. I think they got it this one. I think they'll get out of the groups. I really do. Hate to be repetitive, but I'm hyped for them. I'm really hyped for them. I muted you, Ice Dragon, because you were asking some ridiculous-ass questions. You got to calm down or I'm going to mute you again. Yes, Woofsy. I'm disappointed. Imagine if the three qualified: Croatia, Serbia, and Bosnia. Those are my three favorite teams. Shame. But at least we got two of the three. Just like the last World Cup. And hopefully both of them get out of the groups. I don't want them to be in the same group. Okay, with the Euros, I was so torn about that. Because obviously if Serbia qualified for the Euros, they would have been in the same group as Croatia. And as much as that would have been an interesting match to see, you know, I don't want to see that Balkan beef. I'd rather see them both excel on their own. But you know, if it were to happen, it would have happened. And you know, at the end of the day, I would have rather seen Serbia qualify and then they'd have to play each other. I don't think they can be in the same group, actually, now that I think about it, because they both got first in their group, so they're in the same seat. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Imagine one tournament with the whole Balkan qualified. Wow. That would pretty much be a Balkan Cup predicted. Woo! Yeah, that would be incredible. Imagine all the European teams are just filled with the Balkans. No Germany. We got Kosovo instead of Germany. We got Slovenia instead of Spain. Wow. Beautiful sight. Well, for us Balkans, obviously. What are the scores looking like? Did I miss something? France. The one time I want to see... I don't hate Finland. Like, I don't have any beef with them, but I will cheer for Ukraine on this one. As much as I want to see Bosnia pick up the slack, I'd rather see Ukraine make it to the playoffs than Finland, because I got some love for them now that I visited their country this summer. Beautiful country. I was in Kiev. It was a great time. So I gotta give it to Ukraine on this one, for my preference. But so for the first time ever, I am hoping that France get a win. What do I think about France's performance? Definitely slipped down a bit compared to their World Cup. You know, but I think they'll regain their form. They have some of the most talented players. I think their squad is the most stacked compared to any other. Like, they just have lineups for days, options for days. They can go so far with that, and yeah. We'll see. Thank you for the follows on Twitter, everybody. Appreciate you. Was I disappointed with Kosovo's recent performance? Yes, I really was. They should have done better. I thought they would at least get second to last, but no, last for them. I do not have Discord as of now. Maybe I'll make one in the future. I gotta learn it. I have one, but I don't have like a Discord for the channel. You know what I mean? I definitely gotta learn that stuff. Am I thinking of going to Qatar? Yes, I really am. I really am. I hate the timing of it. Horrible timing. I mean, World Cup is such a summer thing, man. They really ruined it by making it in Qatar. I'm not in support of it being in Qatar, but it's a World Cup. I want to go. I went to Russia. It was a great time. And I want to go to Qatar. I'd love to catch more matches, though, than just Croatia. I'd love to also see Serbia play. You know, last time when me and Irfan went to Russia, we were actually looking for Serbia versus Brazil tickets because it actually could have lined up with our schedule. Like, it worked out, but the tickets were massively sold out because it's Brazil. So it was impossible to find tickets for that. So we settled for just Croatia, which I was happy about, obviously, but it's time to diversify a little bit. I want to see Croatia, obviously, but I also want to catch Serbia. And maybe another team as well. France scored? Well, for the first time, IMO France. Let's go. Now Ukraine have possibly taken a spot in the playoffs if these results stand. Yes, that is the case. Ukraine right now sit at second. Will they keep the spot? Let's see. Yeah, Netherlands are absolutely dominating this game. This is true. But Norway are holding off well. Will we see a similar occurrence, though, like in Croatia versus Russia, where a late own goal happened after Croatia were clearly the dominant side? Well, Netherlands are not looking good in front of goal right now. They're really not. I mean, they're just skying a bunch. Memphis Depay just skied another as I'm saying this. Or that wasn't Depay. Yeah, it was again the Bournemouth player. My bad. Do I think Portugal will qualify for the playoffs? I answered this earlier. If they were to play Italy, I don't think so. But if they don't, yes. We'll see. We'll see. I really want to see that playoff draw. I'm so eager to see that. Even though my favorite teams where some of my favorite teams have qualified. I really want to see that draw happen already, and I definitely will release a prediction video ASAP for that. No question. Do I think Messi will make a comeback in Ligue 1? Yes, he has to, man. What is he doing? I mean, he's done it in the Champions League already. He scored against Manchester City. He got a double against RB Leipzig. Surely he'll score against a French team. Surely. I'm surprised myself, but it has to happen. But also, he hasn't been playing some of the matches, randomly not even being on the squad. So it's not like he's gone through a massive goal drought. It's also that he's not being selected for whatever reason. Ronaldo not in a World Cup would be illegal. That would be strange. I mean, you got to question, like, I'm not saying it will happen. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but, like, you got to question if some ref officiating will happen in the playoffs because, like, FIFA know that the sales will be up with Ronaldo. Have I noticed Rashica's downfall? Yes, I have. He's got to step up for Norwich. He really does. What do I think about Belgium's performance? They are a solid side, and I used to have a lot more faith in them in the past. I thought they'd make it to the World Cup final. Nope. I thought they'd make it to the Euro final and possibly win it. Nope. Can they win something with this golden generation? The time's ticking. Some of their players are already aging too much. Hazard not in the best form like he once was. Romelu Lukaku's still terrific, but Belgium. Belgium, you got to win something while you still can. Congrats on making it to the World Cup. Now, try to deliver there. What do I think are the chances of Macedonia making it to the playoffs? Or making it out of the playoffs? Slim, honestly. Really depends who they come up against, but really slim. Hopefully, it's someone like Austria. That's their best chance, I think. Portugal, Italia, yikes. We'll see, though. Good luck, Macedonia. Prove me wrong. I would love to see an ex-Yugoslavia team win the World Cup. I would love it. What are the scores? Did I miss something? I think it's all staying the same. So what's going on? Netherlands. Will they just get the draw against Norway? Or will Norway get a late goal? Or will Netherlands score? Netherlands just need the draw and they'll be safe. Like, Turkey need to score a hell of a lot of goals against Montenegro if they want to take that first place spot if the Netherlands draw stays. Which I don't see happening. The goal differential gap is too big. I think that it's going to stay like this, unfortunately. Norway, prove me wrong. Come on, Norway. Do I think Albania can get promotion? Oh, for the Nations League you're talking about. No, not soon. That's the top league. No, I'm sorry, I don't see it. Serbia-Croatia final. Imagine that. Imagine a Serbia-Croatia final in the World Cup. Both the Balkan teams, ex-Yugo teams excelling. Thrashing through France. Beating Germany. Demolishing Spain. Do it. I'm all for it. You know, obviously, it would be hectic with the fans. I don't know how I'd feel about that. But I'd be so happy for both these teams that they made it to the World Cup final. So happy. Norway got the corner right now. Maybe they can score. Pretty sure my stream's behind, so if that were to happen, Yeah, it's not happening. People are still watching Germany, Ice Dragon. What are you talking about? Stop spamming. I see your comments. Who do I think will win the Champions League? Good question. I would have said PSG in the past, but they're looking shaky themselves. Manchester City always bottle it for some reason in the Champions League. Always. Like, I really do mean always. And, who else? I don't know. It's a tough one. Liverpool, maybe? Liverpool looking like in good form. Maybe they'll just miss out on the Premier League, but then win the Champions League. Like that other year. I don't know. Too early to call. But we'll see. I'm not a huge fan of the club itself, PSG, but it would be nice to see Messi winning a Champions League with another club. Looking doubtful, though. Form's all over the place. He fits weird in that team, to be honest. Imagine a country never winning the world, who never won a World Cup winning it. It would be so hype. I agree. And that's why I was hoping for a Croatia-Belgium final in the last one. Because, you know, even if Croatia lost that match, I would have been happy for Belgium as they took advantage of that golden generation. Instead, we're just seeing France get the repeat. I'd love to see a new nation win it myself. Whether it's Croatia, Serbia, or someone else. Let's see some new winners. Let's see an underdog pull through. Imel. Bye, Clausen. Yes, he's coming off. Who do I think is the best Balkan player ever? It's a good question. I answered this in my last stream, I think. I got to go with Luka Modric. Again, I mean, he's too good. I'm going to be really sad when he retires. I'm not ready for all these retirements. Him, Ronaldo, Messi. God, we're getting old. We're really getting old. How's Netherlands doing? I might need to cash out. Well, truthfully, they're struggling to get some shots on target. They're dominating, but they're not doing enough to get the win right now. Maybe that could change. Maybe Depay will find the back of the net. But right now, nothing. Looking all over the place with the finishing. Oh, Argentina is playing Brazil today. That's true. Brazil already qualified for the World Cup, so I don't know how high their motivation will be. Do I think all the Balkan teams hosting a World Cup together would be a good idea? Like a Balkan Cup in real life? That would be awesome to see, but I don't know if I could trust them organizing that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think FIFA or UEFA would see that as profitable. Would be cool, though. Really would be cool. Mbappe on fire right now. Oh, France with 2. Latvia with 3. Wow. France about to get this win. About to save Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine failed to get a lot of wins, but hey, they didn't lose, so bravo to them. Ukraine doing bits. Would I think Turkey make it to the quarterfinals? I don't know. Like, they have a good history sometimes being that underdog, and everyone believed in them in the Euros, and they failed. I wouldn't be surprised if they qualify for the World Cup, but I don't see them doing well there, to be honest. I feel like they'll be too inconsistent. I don't mean any hate by saying that. It's just my prediction. After that Euro performance, it's starting to get doubtful for them. Oh, camera off. I see it. I'm sorry. Oof. Yeah, I don't know about Turkey. I'm sorry to say. You think Mandzukic is the best Balkan player of all time? I respect that opinion, but I don't agree with it. But I love the guy. I really do. He's one of my favorites. Oh, Memphis. Memphis. Oh my gosh. Norway's defense pulling through. Again, missing. Memphis Depay failing to score this match. He's getting so close every time. If there was a Balkan Cup, who do you think would win? I definitely think it's between Croatia or Serbia. Looking like the most threatening teams right now. That actually would be a really interesting matchup to see right now. The only thing I'd hate about it is the fans. The fans that, you know, are just a bit too violent about that stuff. But if, you know, the match itself would be entertaining as fuck. Let's be honest. Sorry, but Mandzukic is miles better than Mariki, I think. But yeah, they are similar playing. But Mandzukic is he's retired now. He's proved himself in his career. Ukraine scored again. Ukraine have done it again. Drugovi. I'm sorry, I don't want to cheer against Bosnia, but their chances of qualifying for the World Cup are over. So what's the point right now? I love Bosnia. I love the national team, but after that Pjanic exit, you know, they got to change some stuff. Miralem Pjanic, their best player, partying before both games. That deserves a call-off. It does. You got to rely on your best players, and he didn't help him out there. Chat's lying. Chat's lying. Chat, stop lying. I have the scores right here. This site's actually kind of reliable with the live tickers. Y'all are lying. Dutch players are falling like Italians. Ay. Imagine Norway getting a late goal here. Hey, great decision, El Nino. Dzeko or Pjanic? Good question. Good question. For me, Dzeko. Especially right now. I mean, Pjanic, what are you doing, bro? I repeat it so many times in the stream, but I see so many people are coming in now. Pjanic has let Bosnia down. He really has. Dzeko had no choice. He's injured. But also, Dzeko, I just think overall he's had a more admirable career, being one of the most underrated strikers in his generation. Like, really. He was a sub for Manchester City, and he still scored loads of goals. And then he had to make his name for himself at Roma. He did well there when the rest of the squad slacked. Now he's an intern. He's absolutely killing it. Edin Dzeko for me, 100%. It used to be Pjanic. I'm not going to lie. I know I said in another video, Pjanic was my best Bosnian player in my opinion, but those times have gone. He's out of his prime, and Dzeko has definitely had I think he has had a better career. Ever since Pjanic went to Barcelona, things have been looking weird for him. The time on Norway-Netherlands, this stream I know is probably delayed a bit, but 80 minutes, about to be 81st. Let's see it. Honestly, at this rate, a draw is looking likely for Netherlands versus Norway. Starting to look doubtful. 0-0. But can Norway get the upset here? I'd love to see another upset with you guys on stream. The Serbia-Portugal moment was just too epic. Do I think Modric is still in his prime? He doesn't. It's surprising that he's 37 because he's still doing wonders, even at this old age. I wouldn't say like prime, but still, he's one of the best midfielders in the world, surely. Obama is Croatian, yes. You guys are funny. Harry Kane is from Gibraltar. Good jokes, good jokes. Imo. Can Montenegro make it 2-2 against Turkey, just like they did against Netherlands? The time is ticking. I'm honestly blown that like the group with Wales, Belgium, and Czech Republic honestly doesn't mean anything, because that would have been exciting to pay attention to also. But now it's like, whatever. There are Wales and Czech Republic already in the playoffs. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Gotta finish this stream though. San Marino will win World Cup in 2026. In your dreams. In your dreams. More teams will be able to qualify in the next World Cup formats, but San Marino will still cut short. Netherlands scored? Oh, they scored! Stream's delayed, of course. Oh, let's go Netherlands. I mean, shame. Norway, shame. But what do we expect? Netherlands have done it. Netherlands, as of now, have secured their spot. It's doubtful that Norway can score 2 now. Norway crashed out of this World Cup. Wow. He was left with so much space there. Of course he's going to finish that. Bergwijn, yes, I mentioned in my matchday prediction video, or matchday preview, that this guy should be starting. And he did. Yeah, that was a good call to put him in. Bravo. Netherlands have officially done it. Ciao, Norway. I mean, they haven't officially done it, but I don't see Norway scoring now. The way they're playing, I can't see him scoring 2. Netherlands by far looking dominant. Norway just getting massively exposed on the defense. Who's marking Bergwijn? He's totally empty. Brilliant shot, though. Handled that so well. Would have been a shame if he missed that as well. Netherlands. The scare is over. They've done it against Norway, who's a solid side but a clear underdog, especially now with Haaland gone. Bravo to the Netherlands. Bravo. But Norway, qualify for the Euros next time. Go for it. You guys blew it there. Jake, don't lie, man. Don't lie. It's not good. Well, congratulations to the Turkish fans as well, because if this result stays, which it surely will, even if Montenegro score later, they should be on their way to the World Cup playoffs. My prediction ended up being right. Not the scoreline. I know I said 2-0. Well, they still have time for that, to be fair. But the order, I said I thought Turkey would make second. Yeah, Norway came crashing. They had the opportunity. Shouldn't have lost against Latvia. Really shouldn't have. Or drawn, sorry. But, yeah. That's an L for them anyway. And this game's about to be an L for them, too. Oh, boy. What? Hey, El Nino. I like that comment. Although it's not always true. Cheers. Appreciate you. Oh, man. Do you guys think Norway can make the comeback? I doubt it. Oh, they're on the attack now, though. No, nothing. Offsides. Offsides. It's done. Yes, I do hope the best for Norway in the future. I really do. I mean, imagine Haaland not being in any type of international tournament in his career. That would be shocking. Good luck to Norway in the future. Shame we won't see Haaland and go in the World Cup. But now it's Turkey's time to shine. Will they be able to do it in the playoffs? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey get one of those big teams like Portugal or Italy. That would be a massive test for them. And if they're able to do it, maybe I'll change my mind about them in my World Cup predictions on how far they can go. Maybe I will. Bulgaria is not winning World Cup 2030. That's just, no. I'm sorry, mighty Bulgarians, but you're not going to be so mighty for a long time. All right, Norway actually looking... Netherlands clearly just trying to defend at this point. Norway starting to look more attacking, but now a skied shot. Wasted opportunity. What you doing, bro? You lost. World Cup dreams gone. Ciao, Norway. Wow. Turkey. Good luck to Turkey. We need to see one of those teams in Group G. Well, now it's going to be Turkey. Let's see him prove it in the playoffs. I'm roasting Austria a lot, but honestly, whichever team gets them should be happy. For all I know, Austria could pull an upset, but right now they're just looking too weak. Motivation not there, obviously, in the World Cup qualifiers. Will it continue in the playoffs? I don't know. Austria looking like one of the weaker sides right now in the playoffs, so I think Turkey could do it against Austria. Bravo to the Netherlands. If they fully get this win, they clinched it. Still a bit shaky on form, though. Like I said, their shots have been all over the place. But they did it at the end. Exposed the Norway defense. Norway should have had that pocket of space not open like that. That was really bad from them. Defended well all game until then. That was terrible. And now they're paying the price for it. They really are. Another goal for Netherlands. Netherlands have scored again. My stream is delayed, so I'm pretty sure it's a counterattack. Because Netherlands right now have the corner. Yup, it's a counterattack. Brilliant run. Wow, no defense to be seen there. In the 90th minute as well. Sweaty goal from Memphis Depay. Netherlands have done it. They sealed it. 2-0. I was right. 2-0. Unless they score again. But I got this scoreline right. I had to change my prediction. After I saw the matchday 9 results, yeah, I needed to change it. There's just no way I wasn't going to. So bravo to the Netherlands for pulling through. But yes, sad for Norway. And now Turkey's got to do the job for them in the qualifiers. Either of those sides are brilliant to see in Qatar. So now it's Turkey's destiny to be a potential dark horse in the World Cup. Netherlands' expectations will be high as they have not done well in the Euros. They got to regain their form, and they can potentially do it. They have it all for them. They just got to believe in themselves. Believe. Appreciate you all. I got the predictions like decently well this time. I obviously called some of them early, and I had to change it last minute on this one. I got it. Hopefully, whoever made some bets, y'all cashed out Netherlands. Norway upset would have been epic, but Netherlands, the favorites, are going through to the World Cup. France have just beaten Finland. Ukraine have just beaten Bosnia. World Cup qualifier groups are finishing up here. Everything's coming together. Can't wait for these playoff draws. I cannot wait. It's the thing I'm most excited about right now. I can't even lie. Bravo to Turkey for pulling through against an underrated Montenegro. They're drawing with Netherlands. Might have been scared a bit there, but the Turkish held their beliefs. Oh my God. Is it going to be 3-0? No, surely not. Yeah, they're just wasting time now. Bravo to Ukraine for qualifying for the playoffs. Took Finland's spot after Finland spanked Bosnia in Sarajevo. Things have fallen apart for them. And Ukraine are destined. I don't know how they'll do in the playoffs. We will see, though. But unlucky Norway. The match is finished. Turkey finished as well. Belgium, Wales about to finish. Yeah. The last day of the World Cup qualifier group stages have officially ended, everybody. Officially. Let's check the groups real quick. Netherlands first, Turkey second, Norway third, as predicted. Belgium first, Wales second, Czech Republic third. Ooh, I predicted that one. Hell yeah. And Netherlands players celebrating bravo. Ukraine second over Finland. Wow, what a great final match day. Poor Norway. They'll get it again in the future, surely. Can't have Holland missing out on the tournaments. Just cannot happen. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. It's been fun. You know, it wasn't as epic as the Serbia-Portugal match, but it's hard to top that one, let's be real. Unless Norway somehow pull this comeback. But no. Bravo to the favorites here. Let's see how well they can do in the World Cup. They got a full year, man. I hate how it's in that long away. It needs to be in the summer, but it is what it is. Guys, y'all are awesome. Appreciate you all for sticking to the end. For those of you that have. Good chat today. Y'all have been great. I'm going to be recording my match day, or not match day, in general, my entire group stage predictions. I recorded a video a year ago. I'm going to be making that for you guys. I'll react to my predictions. I'll upload that tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that like button, please, on this stream. Helps me out a lot. Go follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. I'm out. Thank you all again for making it to the end. Norway have a ton of work to do in the future, but hopefully they can pull it off. Take care, you all. Laku noć. Ciao.